Hello friends, welcome to yet another fascinating session of Wisdom Zone. This is Shubro. And friends, I'm quite sure you have already guessed it from the thumbnail. Today I am gonna give you some important idioms for spoken English. So it is my earnest request to all of you, please watch this video carefully to learn all the important idioms I'm gonna discuss today. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do not wait. Immediately subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get the first notification. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. So friends, welcome back once again to this fascinating video on important idioms for spoken English. And as I have already promised, today I'm gonna give you some extremely important idioms for your overall English conversation, and you can use all these idioms effectively to sound quite proficient and quite confident. So before I go ahead, let me also inform that you will find some more videos on advanced idioms and useful idioms in the description. If you haven't checked the previous videos on idioms, so do not forget to check the links given in the description. So without further ado, let's get started with today's 10 important idioms for spoken English. So friends, the first important idiom for spoken English I am gonna discuss is on your screen, that is part and parcel of something. Let me repeat once again, part and parcel of something. A basic and necessary part of something is called part and parcel of something. So let me show you how to use this. As you see the example, stress has become part and parcel of today's lifestyle. So I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. Stress has become part and parcel of today's lifestyle. That means it has become a basic part of our life and it has become quite common. So up next we are going to focus on the second one, that
Strike a chord.
so let me repeat once again.
Strike a chord.
It means to make people agree or approve with something. That means when you make people agree with something or make people approve with something, that's called to strike a chord. So let me show you how to use it. The young politician's speech struck a chord with new voters. That means the young politician's speech in fact convinced the new voters to vote for him perhaps, and his speech in fact got approval and people agreed to his speech and he could successfully get his votes perhaps. Up next we are going to see the third one, that is take a back seat. Take a back seat is a very useful one. It means to have a secondary position or role, or to be less important is called take a back seat. So let me show you how to use it. Nowadays honesty has taken a back seat. It's really sad. If you think the same, comment below whether honesty has really taken a back seat or not. So I'm quite sure you understood how to use this beautiful idiom, take a back seat. Nowadays honesty has taken a back seat means honesty has become secondary or it has become less important. I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next we are going to focus on the fourth one, that is slog it out. Slog it out is a very important one. It means to fight or compete for something until one side wins. That's called to slog it out. That means when you fight or compete for something with someone and until you or other person wins, that's called slog it out. So let me show you how to use it. The two finalists will be slogging it out on Thursday. That means the two finalists who at last qualified for the final would compete against each other to win on Thursday. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next we are going to focus on the fifth one, that is play it safe. Let me repeat, is play it safe. It means to avoid risk and to be careful. So let me show you how to use it. Tom decided to play it safe and revise his answer sheet twice before submitting. That means just to avoid risk and to be careful, he decided to revise his answer sheet twice before submitting. So that's why this idiom is used. Tom decided to play it safe, and that's why he decided to revise his answer sheet twice before submitting. So up next we are going to focus on the sixth important idiom for spoken English, which is on your screen, that is jump through hoops. Let me repeat, it's jump through hoops. Means to go through a lot of things that seem difficult or unnecessary in order to achieve something. That means when you go through a lot of things, a lot of difficulties or maybe unnecessary things in order to achieve something, that is called jump through hoops. Maybe you have to do it or you're compelled to go through unnecessary things, difficult things in order to get something. So let me show you the example. As you see on the screen, I had to jump through hoops to get my leave application sanctioned. That means I had to go through a lot of difficulties, unnecessary difficulties perhaps, a lot of things, barriers in order to get my leave application sanctioned. So I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. Up next we are going to focus on the seventh one, that is pull one's own weight. That means to do one's proper share of task. That means to do one's proper share of a task, that's called to pull one's own weight. That means when you do your share of task or do your share of work, that's called to pull one's own weight. So let me show you how to use it. Sam's colleagues accused him of not pulling his own weight. That means they accused him of not taking responsibility, not doing his share of work. I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next we are going to focus on the eighth one, that is make up for lost time. Very important one. It means to do something as much as possible because you are not able to do it before. That means you try to compensate, you can say, or try to again make up for something which you could not do, right? So let me show you how to use it. We couldn't go for a vacation last year, so our trip to Brazil will certainly make up for lost time. That means it is going to compensate for what we missed, we could not do, because last year we could not go for a vacation. So our trip to Brazil will certainly compensate or make up for lost time, make up for what we have missed. So I'm quite sure it's clear. Up next we will focus on the ninth one, that is get cracking. It is a very important one. It means to start doing something quickly. So let me show you how to use it. We need to get cracking or else we will miss the flight. So that means we need to hurry. We have to do things quickly and hurry or else we will miss the flight. So that's the meaning of it. Very useful one. Try to incorporate it in your communication. So up next we are going to turn our attention to the last one, that is on a roll. It means to have a successful or lucky period. Is called to be on a roll. The young batsman scored 3 back-to-back centuries. It seems that he is on a roll. That means he is going through or is having a very successful or lucky period. That's why this idiom is used. He is on a roll. So I'm quite sure it's crystal clear. So friends, today I gave you 10 extremely important idioms for spoken English, and don't think that you can only use them in spoken English. You can incorporate in your writing also, and they are also useful for IELTS examination. You can use them in IELTS speaking tests as well as writing tests. So friends, I'm quite sure you have also liked this video like my other videos. Please go through the examples and try to make sentences and comment below. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, it is my earnest request to all of you once again, please do not wait, immediately subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon to get this type of informative video. So stay tuned for further informative videos friends, and do not forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to Wisdom Zone.